What if I were to tell you that your daily walk, the very one you've been so dedicated to for years, might not be enough to safeguard your strength, your independence, or even your brain health as you move beyond 60? I understand that this may sound almost disrespectful to everything we've been led to believe, but science is constantly evolving. And if you're 60 or older, this video could completely revolutionize the way you think about maintaining your strength, balance, and mental sharpness. A growing body of research, including studies conducted by the National Institute on Aging and the Mayo Clinic, demonstrates that targeted functional exercises can outperform traditional walking in nearly every measure of aging. We're talking muscle strength, fall prevention, and even cognitive function. And the best part is, these exercises take less time. In this video, I want to guide you through 5 simple yet powerful exercises that not only serve as replacements for walking, but actually represent significant upgrades. Whether you're 61 or 81, you deserve to feel strong, steady, and vibrantly alive in your body. These aren't just workouts. They're tools for reclaiming your freedom and independence. Stick with me until the end, because exercise number 3 alone changed the life of a 72-year-old viewer who had resigned themselves to the fact that stairs were no longer an option for them. Before we dive in, take a moment to drop your name and where you're watching from in the comments section. We genuinely love to hear from you. Now let's get started. Exercise 1, counter push-ups. This is your initial step toward regaining upper body strength after the age of 60. Many people assume that push-ups are exclusively for young athletes or gym enthusiasts. However, the reality is that after 60, your upper body strength becomes one of the most crucial predictors of your independence and overall survival. From effortlessly opening jars to pushing yourself up out of a chair, and even catching yourself if you happen to trip, your chest, shoulders, arms, and core act as your silent protectors. Counter push-ups offer a joint-friendly and highly effective method for rebuilding this strength without ever having to get down on the floor. As a matter of fact, according to a study published in the Journal of Functional Aging in 2023, seniors who incorporated incline push-ups into their routine 3 times a week experienced a 42% improvement in upper body power and a 21% improvement in reaction time in just 8 weeks. This isn't merely about gaining strength. It's about faster reflexes, improved balance, and a reduction in the risk of falls. Even better, this movement also engages your deep core muscles, which leads to improved posture and spinal health. 2 areas that walking simply doesn't address. Here's how to do it. Stand facing a sturdy countertop. Position your hands shoulder width apart. Step back until your body forms a straight line from your head to your heels. Slowly lower your chest towards the counter. Pause for 2 seconds, then press back up to the starting position. Begin with 6 to 8 repetitions, gradually working your way up to 15. Remember, the slower you perform the exercise, the better. Who should exercise caution? Avoid this exercise if you have unhealed shoulder injuries or are experiencing wrist pain. If full push-ups feel too challenging, reduce the incline by standing closer to the counter. Always keep your core engaged and never allow your hips to sag. Proper form matters far more than the number of repetitions you perform. This simple movement is your gateway to maintaining strength and dignity for many years to come. Exercise 2, straight leg raises. This exercise focuses on rebuilding the foundation of every step you take. We often take walking for granted until one day it starts to feel more difficult. But what if I told you that the key to walking with ease, climbing stairs, or simply standing up from a chair isn't located in your feet or knees, but rather in your thighs? As we get older, the quadriceps and hip flexors, the powerful muscles at the front of your thigh, begin to weaken at an accelerated rate. And once these muscles start to go, so does your mobility. Straight leg raises are a surprisingly simple yet highly targeted way to reverse this decline. According to a 2024 study published in the Archives of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, older adults who performed straight leg raises 4 times per week for 6 weeks experienced a 22% improvement in walking speed and a 35% improvement in their ability to climb stairs. That's not just impressive, it's truly life-changing. What's even better is that this exercise also strengthens the deep core stabilizers that help keep your pelvis properly aligned and reduce lower back pain. It's essentially a two-for-one deal that your future self will undoubtedly thank you for. How to do it. Lie on your back on a firm surface, such as a yoga mat or a bed. Bend one knee, keeping that foot flat on the surface. Keep the other leg straight and slowly raise it 12 to 18 inches off the ground. Hold this position for 3 seconds, then lower the leg slowly back down. Begin with 6 repetitions on each leg, gradually working your way up to 12 to 15. Who should exercise caution? Avoid this exercise if you've recently had a hip replacement or are experiencing severe lower back pain. You can modify the exercise by performing it while seated or by placing a rolled towel underneath your knee. If your back arches off the floor, reduce your range of motion and focus on tightening your core muscles. This is how you rebuild the strength necessary to move through life, one strong step at a time. Exercise 3, step-ups. This exercise is all about reclaiming your confidence, one step at a time. Let's be honest, stairs can become quite intimidating after the age of 60. Perhaps your knees protest, or maybe your balance feels a bit shaky. However, avoiding stairs is akin to giving up a little piece of your freedom each and every day. But here's the good news. The solution isn't necessarily more walking, but rather smarter movement. Step-ups are among the most powerful exercises you can perform to train strength, coordination, and stability, all in one simple motion. A 2023 study from the American Geriatric Society revealed that older adults who practiced step-ups 3 times a week experienced a 48% improvement in lower body power and reduced their risk of falling by more than half. This is significant because falling isn't just a scary experience. It can be life-altering. This exercise closely mimics a real-world movement that you use every day, stepping onto curbs, stairs, or bus steps. Mastering this movement means mastering your environment. Step-ups also engage your glutes, quadriceps, calves, and core muscles, which are the muscles that tend to decline most rapidly with age. By training these muscles together, you rebuild your confidence with every step you take. How to do it. Stand facing a sturdy, low step that is 4 to 8 inches high. Step up onto the step with your right foot, pressing through your heel. Then bring your left foot up to join your right foot on the step. Step down with control, 1 foot at a time. Begin with 6 to 8 repetitions per leg. If needed, hold on to a counter for balance. Who should exercise caution? If you have knee osteoarthritis or have recently undergone hip surgery, start with a lower step or seek guidance from a physical therapist. Never rush the movement. Slow and steady progress is key to building strength safely. Remember, you're not just stepping up, you're stepping back into your own power. Exercise 4. Wall sits. This is the silent strength builder that protects your independence. If there's one subtle sign that aging is starting to catch up with us, it's this. Standing up from a chair feels more difficult than it used to. And that gradual decline in leg strength doesn't just diminish your mobility, it also chips away at your confidence. But there is a way to reclaim that strength without even moving a muscle. Wall sits are among the most underrated exercises for individuals over the age of 60. Why? Because they build the kind of strength that you actually utilize in your daily life. Sitting, standing, lifting, and catching yourself if you start to lose your balance. According to a 2023 study conducted by the Stanford Longevity Center, older adults who practiced wall sits just 3 times a week for 6 weeks experienced a 55% improvement in lower body endurance and reduced their knee pain by nearly half. What's even more remarkable is that MRI scans revealed increased activation in the motor cortex, essentially retraining the brain to move more efficiently. And the beauty of it all is that you don't need weights, fancy equipment, or even a lot of space to perform this exercise. How to do it. Stand with your back against a wall, slowly slide down the wall until your thighs are roughly parallel to the floor, as if you were sitting in an invisible chair. Hold this position for 15 to 30 seconds, gradually working your way up to 1 minute. Rest, then repeat the exercise 2 to 3 times. Who should exercise caution? Avoid this exercise if you have uncontrolled high blood pressure or severe knee arthritis. Modify the exercise by sliding down only part way or by using a stability ball for support. Never hold your breath. Breathe deeply and steadily throughout the exercise. Wall sits don't just build muscle, they build resilience in the areas where you need it most. Exercise 5. Dead bug. This exercise strengthens your core and protects your brain. Let's discuss something that we don't typically associate with exercise. Your brain. Yes, you heard that right. Your brain. The dead bug exercise may look a bit funny, but it's one of the most powerful movements you can do after the age of 60. Not only for your core, but also for your cognitive health, balance, and spinal protection. According to a 2024 study from the Cleveland Clinic, seniors who incorporated this cross-body core movement into their routine 3 times per week showed a 38% improvement in balance, a 26% reduction in back pain, and, most astonishingly, a measurable increase in brain connectivity between the left and right hemispheres. Why is this significant? Because that type of neural activation is linked to better memory, sharper thinking, and even a lower risk of age-related cognitive decline. Unlike crunches or planks, the dead bug exercise trains deep stabilizers and improves your body's ability to control movement under pressure. This is precisely what you need to prevent falls, move confidently, and stay mentally sharp. How to do it? Lie on your back with your arms straight up toward the ceiling and your knees bent at a 90-degree angle, resembling a bug on its back. Slowly lower your right arm and left leg toward the floor, keeping your core tight and your back flat. Return to the starting position and repeat the movement on the other side. Begin with 5 to 8 repetitions per side. Who should exercise caution? Skip or modify this exercise if you have unmanaged lower back issues or neck pain. You can start by moving just your arms or just your legs separately. Always keep the movement slow and controlled, and ensure that your core is gently engaged throughout the exercise. This isn't just a core exercise, it's brain training in disguise. In conclusion, you're not just growing older, you're growing stronger. If you've made it this far, let me share something important with you. This video wasn't just about exercises. It was about reclaiming something much deeper: your strength, your balance, your independence, and your future. For years, we've been told that walking is the gold standard for staying healthy after the age of 60. And while walking is undoubtedly beneficial, it's just one piece of the puzzle. What we need and what you deserve is a routine that builds the kind of strength that truly protects your life. The strength to rise from a chair without struggling. The balance to step off a curb with confidence. The resilience to keep moving, thinking, and thriving on your own terms. These 5 exercises, counter push-ups, straight leg raises, step-ups, wall sits, and dead bug, aren't simply alternatives to walking. They're smarter, more targeted tools that are supported by real science and real results. You don't need to perform them perfectly. You simply need to start. Progress, not perfection, is the guiding principle here. And always remember, you are not too old. You're just undertrained in the right way. If this video has helped shift your perspective, I'd love to hear from you. What's one movement that you'd like to improve this year? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I personally read every message because this isn't just content, it's a community. And if there's someone you care about who needs to hear this message, please send it to them. We rise together, one rep at a time. You're not here to fade away quietly. You're here to become strong, both inside and out. Let's keep going.